everything went on.
It makes me ask you the question. And by the way, we are live also on the Top FC Radio radio station, TopFCRadio.com, Top FC Radio, TopFCNews.com. Also, if you want to get all your, if you want to stay up to date on the latest trending news on the big clubs, um, and on the YouTube channel as well. So, what do you think honestly that Barcelona can win this Champions League? Obviously, I think, and I will say this, that is kind of a vague question. Obviously, Barcelona
Hmm.
is Barcelona, and they are going to compete every single day, every single year. Even though later, lately in these past years, they really haven't been able to compete per se, but they've been there every time. And in the times they don't compete, it's like the world is ending. So, and
Right.
there's a reason because of that, because they are so big, and that's you expect them. I mean, I remember
Expectations are so high.
when Barcelona went to the UEFA, or to the Europa League, the world was ending. I mean, it was
Right.
unheard of.
Yep.
So, what do you think? Do you think they can really get far in this time around in the Champions League?
I can't. I think it's a possibility. I mean, I don't know if you saw what Xavi said, but they asked him the same question, and he said our goal, our aim for now is to go to the next, to get out of the group stage. So first, second doesn't matter. We just had to get out to progress and to play the second part of the Champions League where it matters the most. So I feel like that's the goal for the dressing room. This first game against Antwerp was it was a way to make a statement that, like you said, Barcelona's back at the biggest state of stages. You talked about La Liga and Xavi coming in and winning La Liga. I mean, for most Liga fans, you could ask like Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Sevilla, Valencia fans. They would tell you that they'd rather win La Liga than the Champions League, in a sense,
Right.
because it takes so much more consistency. Whereas the Champions League, once you get out of the group stage, it's a do or die. But like it's just one. You can take it one game at a time and get to the final and win it. Of course, it takes a lot of luck. It takes a lot of hard work. It's definitely not easy to win it. If you look at all the teams that have won it, Man City just won it for the first time in their history, which is telling of how difficult it is to win the Champions League. But in La Liga, I mean, and in Spain, and La Liga fans, they value La Liga very highly because maybe because two of the best teams in the world play in there, and then you can throw in the Valencias and the Atletico, which also have like a massive history, who both have been quite far in the Champions League finals, winning finals actually. So if you look at all that, La Liga has definitely got that aura, and people value the La Liga. Uh, For a lot of people I talk to, they value it more than the Champions League. But I know that for most people, they see it as a true statement. So Barcelona winning that last year against, you know, against a really good Madrid team that we saw how good they were in the Champions League last year.
Right.
It was a first statement. The statement this year was to start the European campaign the right way. We kind of got lucky. You got to admit that. I mean, the group is not the tightest. It's not the most difficult. With Antwerp,
Yeah. Yeah.
Shakhtar, and Porto. So it's like, I mean, not progressing to the next rounds would be a disaster for a team like Barcelona. So yeah, I guess you could say that Barcelona's aim is to go as far as possible. You know what I mean? It's a given. I mean, that's the plan every year, but we all knew that a couple of years ago it wasn't going to happen.